This is one of those times where I looked all day and haven't found anything. Finally found a decent privy, but it's only 40 minutes till the sun goes down. Alright, there it is. So it's got a lot of glass in it. Might just be from the 30s or 40s, but it's probably going to have something worth keeping anyway. Alright, it's all cleared off. It's so full of glass, I can't believe it. Every time I stick the probe in, it only goes in a few inches and just hits all kinds of glass. There's glass coming right out of the surface, there's so much. Well, the bad thing about a loaded privy is it's usually not very old. Look at all that stuff just everywhere. Well, that's not too bad. It might be early 40s. Yeah, it's loaded, but everything's broken. Here is the first sign of something decent. It's a Daniel Boone ACL. It's got the embossed neck too. Of course it's broken. But I would think that's got to be about 1942. There's another soda bottle. Top's broken also, but it looks like an older one. Yeah, it's some kind of an Art Deco style. Minges. That's weird. I've never found a Minges of this type, but there might be as many as 10 different styles of them. But that's generally from Greenville area. This is about 200 miles west of there. 20 minutes later, and I have very little to show for. I got this. It's a White House vinegar. Maybe worth $5 or $6. But I did find a couple of broken corkers down there. So I think it's going into the 20s now. Of course, I'm hitting water. Alright, found a screw top Raleigh's medicine. Probably worth $2. And it's getting really wet. Well, it's got a foot of water in it. There's still stuff down in there. It's really hard to get at it. I think I'll have to stop for today and come back in the morning with my rubber boots on. After 8 hours of looking, I might have found $8 worth of stuff. And it's common stuff, so it's unlikely I'll ever see the $8 I deserve. No, I really deserve about $150 for all the work, but I guess I'll have to settle for 8. Alright, found another hole. Obviously have to save it for tomorrow. And 5 feet over this way, I don't know if you can see the depression in the ground, but there's another one. So I got half of tomorrow's digging already set up. Here I am back at the hole. I got another shovel with me today. See, this one has the standard curvature to it. But this one is an antique and it's kind of special. It's got a very strong curve to it, which I'm going to need for this hole that's full of wet mud because it slides off the blade so much. I also have my rubber boots on for this hole. Well, I've taken about 5 scoops out and the water's already getting close to the top of my boots. All I found that's worth talking about is this broken soda. I can't even tell what it is. It's not embossed, so must be an early painted label. Well, I've scraped the bottom with my shovel a number of times and the shards that are coming up are still early 40s. So I guess that's as old as it gets. But I still have this entire side to tunnel out. It looks like we got a blue ball mason showing up right here. It looks like a big half-gallon one too. And another broken one of these with the embossed neck. Well, I think this jar is about ready to come out now. Yep, there it is. Oh no, it's got a giant lip chip. Well, if you screw the lid on, it'll cover up that giant chip. Of course, most people won't buy it for any price, but still I might bring it home since I'm doing so badly on this trip. Well, there's part of a Coke bottle. Yes, definitely broken. Can't see the patent date either. I'm assuming it's a Christmas Coke. Alright, I just popped this one out. Of course the crown is sheared off. But these are a popular bottle because of the weird shape. Has a town name on it too, so that's good. Melville, Louisiana. Never heard of it, and why would it be so far from home? I don't know, but I think I'll keep it anyway and grind the top smooth, and it'll still be worth a few dollars to somebody. Found another one of these White House items. White House vinegar, I suppose, but it's newer than I thought because I just found this about an inch above it. That has a 1951 date on it. So I'd say this is a 1941 to 51 Privy. And I got one of these Orange Crush bottles, but of course it's broken. But I could saw it off right there and make a drinking glass or pencil holder. Got 3 milk bottle tops that I'm going to save so I can saw them off and splice them together with the broken off milk bottle. And then I got these. Some people will actually pay for these just to chip arrowheads out of. They're a nice color and they're nice and thick and flat. So I might actually get $3 for that stuff right there. Just yanked the milk bottle out. Haven't looked at it yet. But of course it is unembossed. Except for the little NC approved and the half pint. What a shame. I've never seen a Spencer embossed milk. I wonder if they even have any. Well, that's about it. I guess we'll get on to the next one. Okay, about 25 feet over I found another one. And you can hear something's down there about 3 feet. I'm just getting started and already I found an Art Deco soda. Broken off, of course, but that would make a great drinking glass right there. Just saw it off right on that ring there. It's a nice Daniel Boone. That's got to be taken up where that last one left off on. They probably quit using these about 1941. So hopefully this is going to be the 30s hole. Okay, I think I see what is probably going to be a half pint milk right here. And it's a blank, of course. Already hitting water. I feel something down there. Doesn't quite feel like glass. Could actually be a porcelain sign. Well, all the holes around here seem to be filling up with water. It rained too much, and this is just the kind of area that collects water too much. I think I'm just going to leave and come back sometime when there's a drought instead. Well, this was sticking up out of the ground out in the woods about 150 feet behind these other houses. So it's always nice to find one of these. It's probably the best thing I found over here, even though it's probably only worth $5. Well, I think I'm going to quit and go find another place to dig. Here's a pretty good looking creek. I think I'll check it out. Well, I first walked over this way without my camera because it's so hard to film and creek walk at the same time with all the trees in the way, but this creek looks pretty clear. Very easy to walk, but since it's so easy to get to, and there's so many bottle collectors in this area, it's probably been walked plenty of times already. Well, that's pretty old. Do you see it? It's an embossed rock. Well, it's a mason jar, but you got to keep in mind that the bottles are going to be the same color as the rocks because of being in the creek. It's going to make them all dirty. So you got to look for the shapes of bottles, not the color of glass. I'm playing a hidden object game, and here you get paid if you actually find what you're looking for. I see a bottleneck sticking up over there. Well, it seems to be broken off. I can't even get it out though. As soon as I turned it off, I see another one. It's broken, but it could be a 1915 Coke. Nope, it's a 1960s. And as far as 60s bottles are concerned, there's another one. I don't even know if I want to reach under there to get it though. Can you see it? I can't even see it anymore. Well, there it is. It's a True Aid. Now we're getting somewhere. That looks like a flask from about 1906. Or what's left of it anyway. It's turning purple. I don't see any slug plate, but certainly we're in the right age now. Well, it looked like it had good potential, but I'm not finding anything worth bringing back. And of course we come to this spot. Looks pretty creepy, and I don't see any light at the end of it. So I guess I'll have to turn around. Wait, what's this? Is it at least a 1915? Well, I think it's at least a Christmas Coke, just by the way it's embossed on the bottom. Oh, and there's two more soda bottle shards. So maybe we should stick around a little while. I'm changing my mind because I'm seeing so many soda bottle shards. I think I will try to go to the other side and see what's over there. This looks like a good spot. Well, found another creek. I found a 1915 Coke sticking out of the bank. I'm sure other bottle collectors have walked it already because there's so many broken bottles, but only one intact. And of course it's from Thomasville with a Chat 20, which is 1920 is the real manufacture date. And of course it's got some chips on it, so it's possible somebody threw it back. But I think I'll be able to get $3 or $4 for it eventually. Okay, found another creek to walk in, and I went probably 2/3 of a mile. The only thing intact was this. This is a Thomasville, North Carolina bottle. Probably from the early 30s. I think it's worth about $45. Well, now I'm going to get back in the creek and go the other direction.